What is up, Comic Legion? I'm Mark. Welcome to the Legion of Comics, and I have an extra special unboxing today. But before I get into it, check this out. I'm really excited to cut into this package that came in. But before I do that, I'm going to need all you guys to go ahead and hit that thumbs up, push the subscribe button, and ring the notification bell. And it's really important right now. As you can see from my subscriber count, I'm really close to that 500 subscriber giveaway, and I'll be doing my next giveaway. And then I'll be making all those announcements and showing that stuff off and how to enter after we hit that 500 subscriber mark. I'm going to get together some really cool stuff, and you don't want to miss out. So go ahead, subscribe to the channel, share it out with everybody. And if you enjoy the content, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and feel free to leave a comment in the comment section. I love hearing back from everybody and talking with everyone. If you want to get a hold of me, you can always find me on Instagram or Facebook. Both of the links to those places are in the description below. So I have this really cool package, but before we cut into it, I want to show y'all a few things first. So Action Comics obviously is the most famous comic in all of comic book history, even more famous than Tech, where Batman first appeared. Action Comics is what started it all in 1938. Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster created the most iconic superhero to ever exist, the very first superhero. And that first appearance, it is impossible to get your hands on. You literally have to be a millionaire. The last one sold for over $3 million. It's insane. So what's the next best thing for collectors when comic books get completely out of the price range of realistic? And that's reprints. Reprints get to this certain point where they start holding value. And I have a stack of those here today to show you, as well as something extra special in this box. It's not just your average reprint. And these are really cool. I'm a huge Superman fan. As you see, love the guy, most iconic superhero in the world. You can say whatever you want to say about him. You can feel however you want to feel about him. He still is in each one of our hearts, minds, and souls. We all have him trapped in there somewhere where we can always kind of relate to him in some way, or feel him in some way, or hate him in a shared consciousness. Like he's in every aspect of society these days. But let's check some of these out. So I'm going to start with the newest one and kind of work our way back into this obscure awesomeness that's down here. But I have right here the 2017 Loot Crate exclusive reprint. And this one did come with a certificate of authenticity. Loot Crate did this beautiful, like high color, just great paper, just this amazing reprint. And I was able to get this one for $10 with its actual certificate of authenticity. Now, a 9.8 of this book, the current fair market value is $150. Paid $10 for it. $150 fair market value for a reprint. That's not bad. Next up, we have the 50th year anniversary of Action Comics #1. This is the 1988 DC Comics reprint with a 50-cent price tag on it. And this is the direct edition. There was also one that came out. There was a newsstand edition. As you can see, it has that awesome little logo there. You lose that logo with the newsstand edition and get a barcode, but the newsstand one does retain more value. And there is a common misconception. You go back far enough in comics, newsstands are no longer the more valuable or the more rare ones. There was a time and day when local comic shops were not everywhere. And back in that day, newsstands is where you got your comics from. So do your research, find when that year is, and really see if that newsstand is worth paying extra prices for. In this case, it is, but you lose the cool logo. So I'm really happy to have this one. This was actually a birthday gift for me from my dad. Great guy. He's who got me started in comics. And a 9.8 for this one, the direct edition, that's just $90. Like I said, that newsstand goes for a little bit higher. I saw a newsstand one. There was a 4.0 that was being asking price was $50. So who knows what it'll sell for. Now that one was 1988. We're going even farther back in time now to 1976. Now this one is more obscure in itself as well. As you see, this one's boasting a free price tag on it, and it actually says free when you buy 3 bath size safeguards. So this is a Safeguard Special Edition. When this came out, there was also a 10-cent version that came out that you could purchase, but this one you could only get through buying 3 bath size safeguards, making it a little bit more harder to get than that 10-cent one. Now, as you can see, we're going farther back, so the paper quality is a little bit less. The colors aren't as vibrant. but it's still a lot cooler. And this one right here in a 9.8 goes for $160. Now, I highly doubt that this would be a 9.8, but there's nothing wrong with this book aesthetically. Like there looks like there's a couple of little indentions on the page right here, and right here, maybe as if something was sitting on it that had some points at some point in time. But it is slightly, looks like it's slightly color breaking. I'm not sure. But this one was even a little bit more pricey for me to get my hands on. I did pay $40 for this one back in the day. All right, so those are the three that I've already had in my possession. Now, this is something extra special, and this was actually sent to me as an AOK from my good buddy Brent. So I'm excited. He messaged me when he ran into this at one of his local comic shops. And I'm like, yeah, dude, I definitely need that. So he picked it up for me. He sent it to me. And oh, wow. Going to have a long discussion with Brent about the importance of pull tabs. Because this thing is taped all up in here. And there's not a pull tab in sight. That is almost a crime. Guys, if you're going to package books and send them to people, put pull tabs on them. No pull tab. No pull tab. Oh, cool. He's got it sandwiched in here. Luckily, the tape's coming off. No pull tab. No pull tab. No need for pull tabs. The tape is dying. This one could have used a pull tab. All right, yeah, Brent, if you're watching this, pull tabs. Really simple when you're taping these things, guys. Just take the very tip of them, you know. Just fold a corner down. That's all you got to do. That's it. That way people get under them. Boom. That is nice right there. Oh, cool. Tape, more tape. The book's taped to this without pull tabs. This must be like bad karma coming back on me or something. Must have done something terrible in a past life to get this much tape and no pull tabs. All right, so now that we've broken into the Fort Knox painter's tape, let's take a look at this. Like I said, this isn't just your average Action Comics. This is definitely something special. Boom. This is the 1998 U.S. Postal Service stamp set. So what this is, back in 1998, to celebrate the century series of postal stamps, in 1998, they did a Superman stamp. As you can see, it's actually pictured right there. And this reprint is not just a reprint of the Superman story, but it reprints all the original advertisements that were in Action Comics as well. And it has this additional half cover featuring the stamp itself. And that is a real stamp on it. And there was also this random, I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional, but there's a random variant, not like variants like these days, just there's a random different printing that did not include this. But this is definitely something that you would want included, as it has the postmark and the stamp on it. But to have one that reprints all the ads and everything, that's just amazing. And of course, this is Superman's first appearance. It's Lois Lane's first appearance. They did that one page on the inside that gave you his origin. So you got it all in that first issue. And it's really crazy, man, because Jerry and Siegel and Joe Shuster, because of the way things were set up with creators at the time, really didn't see any money as Superman blew up. And they were broke and almost penniless for so long until Superman, the movie, was getting ready to be made. And there's this really now famous guy who started to work at DC Comics. And when he first got there, one of the first things he thought to himself, where's Jerry and where's Joe? I got to meet them. Those guys changed my life. They changed the face of the world with the introduction of Superman. Come to find out that they didn't work there anymore and they were broke and penniless. So this man started going up to bat against the titans of industry at the time, demanding that these guys be compensated and taken care of. And this guy was Neil Adams. And so before that movie came out, a deal was struck. They were paid. There's still an agreement with it today with DC Comics to make sure that there's a special agreement with the Siegel and Schuster family. Every beginning of any book that includes Superman, you'll see that that agreement is mentioned at the bottom of it. And they were able to sit in the premiere of Superman the movie when it first came out and see their creation for the first time on the big screen with the rest of everyone, but do it with their heads held high. How awesome is that? You can say what you want about Neil Adams. He might act this way or that way at conventions. He might think his poop don't stink, but he fights for creators and he fights for creators' rights. And without stuff like that, this kind of stuff wouldn't still be coming out to us fans that get to enjoy it every day. So I just think stories like that are amazing. I think this book is amazing. The fact that it has an actual stamp set in it is just mind blowing. I want to bust this bad boy open and look around inside of it before I seal it back off, because this at a 9.8 goes for $120. It's crazy. So these reprints are worth tons, and there are more out there. I don't go for all the cover homages. It is endless. But the cover is iconic as, the Hulk 181 or Action 1 or Tech 27. They just, everyone gets a shot at it. But I do enjoy collecting the actual reprints of Action Comics #1. I'm hoping one day I inherit a random barn that some aunt that I never knew existed had, and there might be one in there. But other than that, I doubt I'll ever get the opportunity to actually own their original one. Just getting to go to a museum or somewhere and seeing one, maybe flipping through it, smelling those old pages, that would be enough for me. That is just bucket list kind of stuff right there. But thank you so much, Brent, for sending this. Even though you did not put tabs on the tape because this is so cool, I'm not even mad about it, man. We're going to get past that together. But thank you. This is amazing. And if you got books out there that that are similar to stuff like this, let me know. Leave a comment. Which reprints do you collect? What homages are you always after? That Spider-Man 300 is another one that is just done and done and done. It's just so iconic, and people still buy them. They still love them. They can't get enough of it. And I'm that way with these actual Action comic reprints. I mean, if you have any that you're trying to get rid of, that you're just sitting there in your collection, you didn't know what to do with them, hit me up. Let me know. But until next time, guys, be sure to hit that like button on your way out. Hit the notification bell. Be on the lookout for that subscriber giveaway. We've got a lot of cool content coming up. I'm really excited about some stuff that's in the works right now. And as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.